Hi everybody, it's Jim. Happy Monday to you. I hope you're staying safe. And I know a lot of us are, I hope all of us, are pretty much trapped in the house. A lot of communication takes place on Facebook. So I had some friends on there suggest that I do a cooking video. So that's what I'm going to try to do. First shot at it, please don't be too critical. What I'm going to make today is a very simple, low-carb White Castle casserole. If you like White Castle burgers, it kind of tastes like it. The great thing about the low-carb, it is only 7 carbs for a really nice portion of this. And again, 1 hour or thereabouts, start to finish. So we're going to do this step by step, and hope it turns out all right. Okay, we're going to start off by hitting this with a little bit of cooking spray. I know it's a non-stick pan, but that pan's been around for a while, so it doesn't non-stick as much as it used to. And before anybody asks, yes, I did wash my hands. Okay, what I've got here is a pound of 80-20 ground beef. We're going to throw that in here, get it started cooking. And once this is done, we are going to drain off the grease and go from there. So we got that in there. We're going to chop it up, get it kind of chopped up to start with, but we'll make it a little finer after it's cooked a while. We're going to add to this right now. We've got the onion soup mix, and I'm going to put about half of the envelope in there to cook right now with the beef as it's cooking. Okay, this is just about all browned off, and I'll show you what I like to do. Again, you can just kind of bust it up from the great big chunks to a little bit with a metal or a wooden spatula. But if you like the meat really fine, I use this especially for like hot dog chili and tacos and stuff like that. If you need something to really make it fine, just use a potato masher and go over it, and that really makes the meat a lot finer. So what we've done, we've turned the stove off, and we're going to drain this off, and then add the rest of the Lipton onion soup mix. So I'm going to go drain this off and be right back. Okay, that ground beef is drained off, and I'm going to mash it just a little finer. Again, if you like big chunks in yours of beef, don't mash it as finer. Just leave it however you like. There's no real right answer to this thing. And then I'm going to add in the rest of the Lipton onion soup mix and a little salt and pepper. I like the pink Himalayan salt. If you haven't tried it, I like it. I don't know if it makes any difference, but I like it. So, okay, we've preheated. That sound you heard was the stove being preheated to 350. And so now we've got the rest of the onion soup mix in. We'll give that a little toss. We've got the salt and pepper in there. And then we're going to start constructing our casserole. Okay, we've got all the beef is drained off. The remainder of the soup mix is added. Now, we're going to take our pie pan that the casserole is going to cook in, and we're going to spray it really well. And we're going to put the meat in. Make sure you get all of that onion mix that is still in there. You want to get all that goodness in there. And you want to add, you've got right here, you have 2 cups of shredded cheese, cheddar cheese. And you're going to start with, you're going to put about 1 cup of that in, and go ahead and mix it right in with the meat. in the pie pan. Try to distribute it all over. And now we're going to work on the topping. Okay, our topping is going to be, start with 2 eggs. I like to go ahead and mix those up just a little bit. And then we're going to add to that a 1/2 cup of mayo. Now, a lot of people say, you know, the controversy, if you will, about mayonnaise and salad dressing. First of all, salad dressing isn't coming into my house. And since I lived in the South, I was introduced to Duke's mayonnaise. And if you're going to use one mayonnaise, it's not Kraft, it's not Hellman's, pay a little bit more and get Duke's mayonnaise. Highly recommended. Then we have I guess that's about 1/4 cup of heavy cream. Now you're thinking, what's the calories on that? Well, we're not really worried about calories because we're doing low carb. You want to watch, you know, you don't want to go crazy and eat a stick of butter, but you can have more calories if you're doing low carb. All right, now we're going to take our hamburger that has half of the cheese in it, and we're going to pour this topping, this on top of it. It's the only place the topping should go, I suppose. Make sure we get all of that goodness. And kind of spread it out over. All right. I'm telling you what, this is good stuff. And then we're going to take the rest of our cheese and we're going to just spread it on top of there. And if you know me, you know there's no such thing as too much cheese. I don't know of anybody who ever sent anything back at a restaurant because it had too much cheese. So I do love cheese, and which is a great thing for a low carb. Okay, we've got our oven set to 350. It's preheated. It's ready to go. We're going to pop our casserole into the oven for 30 to 35 minutes. Okay, the timer has gone off. It's been in for about 32, 33 minutes. Let's take a look and see how it came out. Oh yeah, this is looking good. This is looking good. There you have your White Castle. That's White Castle, low carb White Castle casserole. And we're going to let that sit for about 10 or 15 minutes. Let it settle in, let everything kind of mingle up, and we'll cut into it and take a look at it. We're out of the oven and we've set up for about 15 minutes. Now let's cut into it and see what the White Castle casserole turned out to be. I can tell you it smells really, really good. I'm gonna cut a portion probably bigger than I'm gonna eat, but you gotta think 1/4 of this is 7 carbs. So that's a pretty healthy serving. And I've made a little salad that I've got in the fridge. Some romaine and some purple onion and some blue cheese dressing. So we'll have that alongside this. And okay, now I am not a great dipper-outer, but we're going to give this a shot. All right. There you go. That is low carb. And you can see it's formed a little, almost a custardy kind of crust, and then the meat and the onions underneath. All right, to finish this off, we are going to top it and make it really taste like a White Castle burger. We're going to put a little mustard on it. And if you like a lot of mustard, put a lot of mustard. And the recipe called for dill pickle slices, but I like to, on the side, instead of the dill pickle chips, I put just a little bit of dill pickle relish, and I can put it on as I want to. So I like to do that. Do it however you feel works best for you. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll post the full recipe. But again, White Castle casserole, 7 carbs, and hope you enjoy it. Give it a try, and stay safe, and wash your hands. Talk to you soon.